partners on this one. And this is our second go around at the Vision Iowa grant as well. What we started doing is back in 2005, we started with the Trails Task Force, started a process of looking at trail development in Fort Dodge, Webster County area, and how can we expand and improve what we currently have. So the group has been working hard with the City of Fort Dodge, with Webster County, with our neighbors, with the DOT, Army Corps of Engineers, started looking at putting together different trail projects. City of Fort Dodge has been working with the Army Corps of Engineers on the Riverfront project that's finally coming to fruition. Some of the trail projects that we're working on with the DOT, we received roughly $700,000 grant from the DOT to build the piece from Fort Dodge to Harlan Rogers and on Kennedy Park. So we started looking at all these projects that we have going on and when we could schedule them and how we're going to pay for them, and thought really if we roll all these things together, we're putting together almost a 12-mile package, roughly $6.5 million project when we started adding everything together. Lots of different partners, like I said, the DOT, the Army Corps of Engineers, City of Fort Dodge, Webster County Conservation Board, and we're here today hopefully for the support of Webster County as well. We have this application is due July 15th. As I said before, it's roughly a $6.5 million project. The resolution of support does have, we did actually do a resolution of support for the Vision Iowa project already. This one does have a dollar figure of $300,000 in it for Webster County. And what that does is it provides some teeth in our application. Angela Torres is here with the City of Fort Dodge. She is doing the grant writing for this grant and has been in contact with the Vision Iowa people. So, basically what they told us in our last application was we need to have roughly $100,000 of private dollars in the bank, which Randy Pullman's here today too, and that group, the Trails Task Force, has been privately doing that. They have roughly $75,000 to $100,000 in the bank today for that application July 15th. So they have a goal of $250,000 over the next 3 years as part of this $6.5 million package. So there's some of the Trail Task Force here today, and Chad and Angela here with the city, Amy with the chamber, in support, I'm assuming, of the project. And I don't know if you guys want to say anything as well. But really, it's been a collaborative effort. And with balling all these projects together, we're hoping to leverage a little over $1 million from Vision Iowa. So Vision Iowa also helped pay for Harlan Rogers, to give you a reference. So we have had some past success with them here in this area. So.
And I'll just add one comment on your collaborative point. Our committee's been working with organizations like Iowa Central, Trinity Regional Medical Center, Friendship Haven, all are on board, as well as the City of Fort Dodge. We appreciated the support we've received from the county to this point, and as well as the business community. We've had business, we've got one business that stepped up with a $30,000 pledge. So trails, they understand, is an important economic development asset in our community, besides being recreational and health. And it's truly a collaborative effort, and it's I think a model for public-private partnership on a way to enhance our community, both from the standpoint of health, recreation, and future economic development.
What I'm handing out here is basically a spreadsheet that shows the different trail projects, what they cost, where the funding is coming from. The other two pieces are the county's portion of this dollars is scheduled for the trail piece from Harlan Rogers on to Kennedy Park. So it's all in county property. And this board has been supportive over the last couple of years on acquiring that property through donation and purchase. And then also on grants that we've been able to receive. We've received numerous resolutions from this board as well, moving forward on that. So the spreadsheet is a work in progress. Angela's still putting that together, but we're hoping to fine tune all of our funding sources and projects for that July 15th submittal date. So.
Can I just say a few words too?
Sure.
Thanks. As Matt mentioned, that we did apply last year for Vision Iowa, and they really liked the plan. I think the shortcoming was really the funding from local sources. And I think they felt like with all the things happening in Fort Dodge, one other thing is like the completion of the water trails. Those are designated as state water trails. Completion of Highway 20. Everything is really working very much for the benefit of Fort Dodge. But we do need to show the support of private individuals and then also local government entities. So I really urge you to support this project. Thank you.
We know the timing is not good, obviously, in the other discussion we've had here today. We knew that going ahead, but like I said, this is a 5-year project that we've been working on. We have other grants that are tied to it, and, you know, if we don't step to the plate, we have the potential to lose those as well, so. Timing is everything.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 17 on the agenda is approve and authorize chair to sign offer to donate real estate to the state of Iowa acting through the Department of Natural Resources. Property described as Government Lot 2 in the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter of Section 23, Township 87, North Range 27 West of the 5th PM, Yale Township, Webster County, Iowa, for Webster County Conservation.
Chairman, I'll move item number 17 as read, and I'll second that.
Motion second, talk about that.
Sure. This project basically came about as we started looking at our different properties when the Conservation Board turned 50 here and started doing some long-range planning. And looked at this property. It's called Lost Acres. It's a public hunting wildlife area along the Des Moines River. Only public access to it is from the Des Moines River. The county acquired the property through taxes back in 1973. It's roughly 29 acres that now Brushy Creek touches the northernmost border of. And we thought really, you know, we have such similar missions with the DNR, Brushy Creek, and what we do with the property. It doesn't make sense for two entities to own property that close to each other. So the board voted unanimously to transfer that property over to the Department of Natural Resources to be used as part of Brushy Creek State Recreation Area.
Anything else? Thanks for looking at that, Nat. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 18 is approved resolution to adopt a policy which will allow Webster County to purchase any or all stamped warrants at the discretion of the Webster County Treasurer.
Chairman, I'll move item number 18. I'll second that.
Motion is second. Jan, do you want to have something?
Well, what Keith is talking about is drainage warrants. If you do like tiles, and we have these contractors that do this, and there's no money in that drainage district to pay the contractor, they issue stamped drainage warrants. And the board asked me if I, be interested in purchasing them, because most counties do, because they pay right up front, they pay that contractor what he's got coming. And then the county retains the drainage warrants, and they get the interest. And a lot of counties do this already. And so the board asked me if I would be willing to, and I said, yes, I would, anything to help out. So what we're doing is legal. I ran it through the county attorney. Some counties don't even make a resolution on it, but everything is fine. And we hold the warrants until Doreen, who does the drainage, assesses the people in that area for how much they have to pay. And then once the payment comes into our office, and then she brings us down a printout that the warrants can be paid, and we already have the warrants there. So the money will go back to the county once we get the interest. So, and a lot of contractors like it that way because they like to get their money right up front. So,
And the interest rate is 6.5%, isn't it?
some of them we have are 7.5% interest that haven't been called, but it's going to be close. I mean, that's been 2 years ago. And now you changed it to 6%, didn't you? 6% or 6.5%? 6%, yeah. And Brenda, who used to work, Mrs. Brenda, of course, in the auditor's office, she's handling all the warrants down there and everything. And I think at this time we've got how much invested? A lot. So.
But it's a good investment.
800,000 that we
It's a
have
good
invested
investment.
in warrant. It's a very good investment, and that money will go back to the county, plus we will